Hey everyone, welcome to our channel Talkin' Town. We've got some Star Wars Unlimited gameplay here for you today that Adam and I did just the other day. So we'll be running through this game for you, do a little bit of casting over this.
Man, this was yesterday. It was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah. So there will be something that you guys will see. Stephen does play a terrible card called Regional Governor, and we'll kind of obviously follow up and let you know what card that was. It's still burned into my brain at least, but other than that, you should be able to follow along if we did everything correctly. Fingers crossed. But ready when you are. Give me the go.
Yep, go ahead.
All right. So I'm on Vader Yellow. Stephen is on his classic Rey Tarkintown. And we're playing on the wonderful participant mat. So,
Yeah, me from the regional, you from Denver, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
My cool little KTOD initiative token.
Oh yeah.
Showcase.
I always forget how nice that is when we play with.
Well, one day everyone will have their own who went to these regionals, as soon as FFG gets the ball rolling and gets everybody's theirs shipped. Lord have mercy on their shipping costs for that, because that's going to suck.
I'm trying to remember here because it looks like you rolled initiative and rolled a 6. Because I think you got initiative, right? You won initiative in this. I think I think we both rolled a 6, and then you rolled a 7, and then I rolled a 6 again.
Yep. There's your token pile.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You had a 5. Yep. The initiative doesn't really matter too much for me, especially just because I'm always aiming to play 2 1-drops. But here in this matchup, what are you looking to do turn 1?
So obviously in this matchup you have to mulligan for a space unit because of Sanctioner Shuttle's existence. You can't just play ground and try and restore as much as I would love to. But yeah, you kind of just have to hard mulligan for space, which you see me ended up mulliganing. Initiative, like you said, shouldn't matter a ton because you're probably going to play 2 1-drops anyways.
Yep.
And I'm not going to be playing a 1-drop space unit to buff. If I don't open space, then and I play a 1-drop, obviously I want Moisture Farmer, and at that point, initiative still doesn't matter because I mean I'm not going to attack first action anyways.
Yeah, and your Moisture Farmer is going to about heal up every amount of damage I could do right out the gate.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. I showed the stream. I think this was the game that I guess we'll see.
I was going to say, I was trying to see what I had in my hand because I know I have, looks like I have a Green Squadron A-Wing, a Concorde, a Regional Governor, a Yoda. I couldn't tell exactly what else I had.
So yeah, the Concorde, Yoda, at least are the 2 things I see. Oh, yep, Green Squadron and Regional.
A Luke in there.
Oh, it is a Luke.
I think I had a Pillage. I think that was the other card I put down. So I think I resource Pillage Luke.
Just about every card I don't want to see going into game 1 is in your hand. Oh, this was it right here. This is where I messed up. So it looks like I mulliganed twice because the second hand I drew 7 cards. So that 7th card, Overwhelming Barrage.
Right. So at least looking at my hand here, I'm feeling pretty good about the way that this game is starting out. I've got 2 space units already. This is a little unfortunate. I think this is probably the play that I don't want to see the most.
Yeah.
When I play A-Wing, just because I now don't have an immediate out.
Without Tarkintown, I mean.
Well, I take that back. I guess if I get open fire, or have open fire for game 2, for turn 2, then it's fine. Which I think I just drew into open fire entrenched.
Ugh. I get to rewatch this. I gotta remember how your Tarkintown activated this game. It's kind of always the rough part about this is that I don't want to. Preferably, the best thing that could have happened for me was starting with some of the 2-power 1-drops and then having a P-38 follow up. But we didn't get there, which is okay. All right, so I go for the Geonosis Patrol just to kind of gain back board tempo. I at least have a unit in play compared to your none.
Like I drew Pillage Luke.
Yeah.
So I assume I'm going to probably resource Pillage here. I had to guess.
Honestly, hand hate into this matchup is actually pretty good for you. But yeah, you need to get reestablished on board before. Like if
so it's usually all about I need to maintain the board control because like there's nothing late game that you're really going to draw that I can't just deal with later, right? Because as long as I'm not dead at a certain turn, then it's fine. So
yeah.
Okay, so you play Concord as a 4/4. I think I just claim. I forget why I did that. I think I'm preemptively just expecting you to have a Sanctioner shuttle, and I didn't want to buff the Concord.
I think you claim there, and I think you did that right because I wasn't willing. Me sacrificing the Geonosis gains me absolutely nothing going into the next round. So I might as well keep the body, and you have initiative is better than.
Yeah. Well, I think it ends up being a weird play because I think based off of what I do first action here, I may as well have just buffed it last turn, and then let you have the initiative, and then just let it play out because I think I do a really weird thing here, and maybe I was just expecting or hoping to draw something better that.
Right here, you're prepping for Barrage. It's my 5th resource, so this would be the time to do it, which I think
that's right. That's probably why I claimed I was expecting the Barrage.
So if you were expecting Barrage and not playing it there immediately first, it would technically be a game or an error. But
because I think here I'm thinking. So you're going to 5. I have to worry about Barrage, which I think I prefer in this scenario because it doesn't really help your board that much. But I think I'm also really afraid of Sanctioner Shuttle.
Yeah. Because if I shuttle you, you had the open fire. But if you play the open fire, you're tapped out on resources for the turn. And then, yep, there it is. Which I think you.
Yeah, because I think first action just buffed it.
I think you regional here now. If I remember right.
No, I think I play the Entrenched. Yeah, I assume I entrench just to save damage because regional governing first just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Although, I hope so. I think that's what you did. Oh.
Huh. Okay. I don't know why I thought about doing. I don't know why I did it that way.
Here, though, I was trying to get more damage on the clone combat, so I don't think I made a misplay. I think you threw me off, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think in my head what I was thinking is, I did not want to put in. I was like, I really do not want to entrenched because then I've just forfeited space, right? And as you notice, I can still get a Concord back. I have a Green Squadron A-wing in my hand, so like there's certainly stuff that I can play in space, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as I put an entrenched on something, I've just forfeited the
lane,
the zone, right? The lane, yeah.
The other part to that though is like you have knocked out the ability for me to go really big and just barrage your whole board. So
yeah. But I mean, because at that point you're only going to do effectively 8 damage. I mean, still it's a lot, but maybe it's better to play the A-wing. But I also just didn't want to play the A-wing because after you attacked with because I think what it was is I expected you to attack with the squadron first, because I had 4 resources up, and maybe you were afraid of like a fell, but but then I would have played the A wing because if you attack into it with your patrol fighter, then I can Tarkintown it,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then I can just entrench later. So I think that's kind of the reasoning that I did that sequence.
So from here, obviously, you and I have played it so much that I know you're not main decking any actual upgrade hate, correct?
Right. Well,
Okay.
other than Poe.
Other than Poe. So I was a lot less concerned about the game one.
Yep. So we
Uh,
hit with regional.
yep.
So I'm at 5. You're at 2, and your clone combat is just getting all the
Yeah.
bigger. Flip array. I'm sitting with another entrenched, a Luke, a village protectors. And then
Like,
you play a stolen AT hauler, which I think I'm happy about because I am thinking, thank goodness he doesn't have no good to be dead.
yeah. I could still have it, but yeah, I would have played it.
Yeah.
The
Hits me for 3. I go back to 5.
Yeah.
And
And then
then I just,
once I see that, I'm a lot less concerned with where the
yep.
game is.
Yeah. And in my head, I'm thinking I'm just stalling actions to hope that you just flip Vader
Um,
because I have the second entrenched.
Here, I was just continuing to go wide as possible. My win
Yeah.
condition, like looking at this current board, is find victor leader and win.
Yeah.
So
And then I think I just pass.
I got to make 2 more tokens. Nope. You hit me
And
with
then,
another entrenched.
yep.
Um, that's a D20 there on the big guy. If anybody's, unfortunately, he is useless. But 5 on base. I have
I
a 5
mean,
health lead. Your Tarkentown is basically useless at this point.
that's a 14-14 clone combat
Yeah, that's
slot.
that's that's fair. If he could swing,
I'd be dead very quick.
um, muddled up my showcase by putting a entrenched on him. How dare you? Um, yeah, we've got it's got a little cut off on the top of the screen, but the sanctioner shuttle still has a Concord behind it. So just a reminder. And I had initiative, so I no good to Rey, which I think effectively shuts the game down right here. Like I think that seals it.
Yeah, because I Luke preemptively to save the 4 damage and ideally then have something on board where I can start healing.
Yeah. There's 4 to base. You can get 4 on me this turn, which really you haven't cracked into double digits yet. I think you claim. Yep.
Yeah, I
Sanctioner
claim.
shuttle swings. I swing with 3 more TIE fighters.
Yeah, so I'm
So
at
17.
17 with that.
What do
And
I
then I
do?
think you waylay me here. And then
Yeah.
I think that kind of just seals it
Yeah, no
because I
more
don't have any way
restore.
to restore anymore.
I
Drew
remember
Kanan
you.
and
Yep. I think there was one thing that happened. Oh, no. Yeah, you. Oh, no. We're not picking up yet.
I don't remember what I do here. I may just. I think I did my math wrong too. I think that's what it was. I was just like,
There's 3
so like I
tokens at
could
the top of the
kill.
screen as well.
Yeah, because I could do one thing with Luke or kill one thing with Luke. I have the force throw. So I think I loot the patrol fighter just to save the most damage.
Mm-hmm. No, was it? I thought it was the Sanctioners. We'll see. Oh yeah, it was.
No, because I don't kill the Sanctioners because obviously you have two things that can just run into Concord, so I'm not actually saving any damage.
That's fair.
So you hit me for 3. I'm at 21, and then yeah. So force throw,
There's the
cannon to kill
Sanctioners.
the.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I've been waiting to figure out when does this thing die.
Yeah, I forgot I killed it, but yeah, I did I think I just completely forgot the math of the Sanctioner shuttle.
And then I do
Yeah.
that right there. I don't know why I did that. I have 2 gigantic entrenched units that I could have just used, and then
Yeah.
yeah, you pick up and we go to game 2.
Yep.
Okay.
It's definitely a very, very interesting game 1. I think like and after that game, I think I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I even got the start that I wanted. I felt like it was going really well. But yeah, it was yeah, I think it really was just the unfortunate thing of entrenching there just forfeits space so heavily for me.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to rewatch the beginning like 2 to 3 turns to be like, but I think the Geonosis was like kind of what set me up for the rest of the game. They're really like, as long as I can keep you off of the off of having a body in space going into like turn 3, I'm usually feeling okay.
Right. So I think in retrospect, because I have the entrenched, I think I just go ahead and buff the Concord, and just force you to have the barrage, because I think I prefer that over the Sanctioner shuttle. Because if you do barrage, it's your whole turn, and I can just entrench the clone combat squadron. And then if you do hit the Sanctioner shuttle, I don't waste a resource. I don't know that it ended up mattering, because I think if memory serves that I mean, my turn played out the same way it would have if regardless, but
yeah, I think you were like 50-50 almost either way. But I could see being I think that in this matchup, you'll if we played it more and more and more, the barrage on Rey's deploy or the barrage on the turn you drop Poe is how I kind of close out games faster than you usually. So being prepared by playing the governor sooner than later was something that like I have to now figure out a workaround. Like I'm digging for Waylay, or I'm hoping for Waylay, because I have no other way to interact with a Poe on the ground. And a Poe on 5 is nails in the coffin for
without Waylay are no good. Yeah.
Every except if you're Luke Skywalker for some reason, pilot. Why couldn't they just so angry?
So I know for me, I'm trying to remember exactly what I sided in. I obviously sided in confiscates, I sided in bombing runs, and then I think I sided in so two confiscates, 2 bombing runs. I think I sided in third open fire. And I think there was another card that I sided in. Let me what even is my current list? I think I sided in a third fell. I think I still side in third fell for you, just to always have the out to the clone combat.
I'm trying to remember if I sided the Bazines in for this match or this game.
No, I don't believe you did.
I can't remember. If I did, I may not have seen them. I know I put the Lurking Tie's not in the main right now, which is fine. It's just that's just the way the list is now main decked. But
so I'm looking at this here. Looks like I've got Green Squadron A-Wing. I think that was a Yoda.
Oof.
Got a Poe, a Fel, maybe a Force Throw, and a black one. Or is that no? That's an open fire and a black one. Okay, so I resource play the Green Squadron, kept open fire and Fel and Poe. Draw into Yoda and entrenched.
I've got Victor Leader in hand. Looks like No Good to Be Dead, and I think an Eager Escort. From right here, I'm not a super happy camper. If I didn't, I probably should have mulliganed. I should just almost hard mulligan probably for a sanctioners just about every time in this matchup.
Yeah. Like I resource Yoda because I just know that I'm gonna open fire something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. You play the Victor Leader. That's getting open fired.
I went for the trade. If you don't have it, then I clear your ground squadron or your green squadron, and then you Tarkintown my little guy maybe.
Yeah.
But here
Pretty
I can
sure I
still. I still did hit the green squadron. That's right. I don't know if in hindsight that was a good idea because I kind of forgot about Tarkintown.
Yeah, right. Because it usually doesn't happen a lot in the match. It looks like I drew a second Fel, so I just resource one, and then I have the bombing run in hand. So I know I don't have units, but I think I'm feeling pretty good, all things considered. Obviously, I buffed the A-Wing.
Here I'm sitting on a Mining Guild tie, a Clone Combat, and a No Good to Be Dead. And on 4 resources, you can't do anything to it if I play it right here immediately off the drop. But I should have been thinking about the entrenched here, but
Trying to remember what I do here.
I think you passed.
I may have, yeah. Yeah, I put it on the leader. I'm assuming I passed.
I think you
Because if you
did.
claim here, it's so
Yeah.
bad for you.
Yeah.
So you pay 1 for mining. Okay.
Yep, you hit me for 4. Oh, dang. You killed him. I remember that.
Yeah.
Couldn't have killed the other one.
Oh, and you claim. Okay, yeah, you claim. And then I entrenched him, so I'm just winning in space, and you can't kill him with whatever. I draw tech crate, so tech goes down.
Those are cards. I'm surprised they don't come out in this matchup.
Tech?
Crate? Or...
Crate stays in, so I can force throw myself.
Okay.
I have enough other cards to drop.
I guess I run a lot of 1 costs, but also a lot of 1 cost kill all my units. So I think if you may not need the bigger old crate dragon in the future, but that's up to you.
It's still a game closer because here's the thing: because you play so little ground, I can take out a lot of my ground sentinels. So like, I don't need Nema outpost constables. I don't need Obi-Wans.
That's fair. That's fair.
And so those are like 4 cards. Now I usually keep in the village protectors because I think in this matchup I usually want to play multiple cards a turn at certain breakpoints. And so like on Ray Flip, I want to stall usually. So I don't want to just play like Obi-Wan. That's all my resources, or so ideally I'm like, village protectors, buff, force throw again.
Yeah. All right. So I'm in a really bad spot here. Not just because you have total space control, but the Poe is basically putting me in an action lock like a leader lock where like Vader will die on the ground to Poe, and Vader will also die in space to Poe. So it's just always this unfortunate thing. I have to basically put it on the ground majority of the time now, and that's also because you're already, we've already sideboarded, so it's like I should be doing this no matter what. But part of what this deck can do, and for those who aren't prepared for it, is this explosive turn here. And then you're sitting with 5 resources, so I should be expecting a fell or a takedown, because this guy is a 5/5 at the moment.
Actually, was not running takedown.
Oh, that's right.
It's been dropped from the list.
So
I do fell.
You do fell.
Exactly 5/5. Exactly a 5/5.
Yeah.
Hit me for 2.
Yeah.
I buff. I just
put a
actually stall some more.
Yep. So now that I've attacked with all my space units, putting Vader out on space is basically pointless. I did have one more 1-drop, and from here my hand is out. So is just yeah. He'll even out the scoreboard for 3 and 3. And from here it's I honestly, if I was concerned about time after a long game 1, I'd scoop right here. There is no board state.
Vader Yellow worried about time.
I know, but like if I'm playing against something, I don't know. But I would scoop here. There would be no. You've pinned me in both lanes with 1 unit. So, yep, he does die, and he should, yep, get rid of the upgraded one. And if I had a card in my hand, you probably would have gotten rid of it.
Probably. And looks like I drew.
Be honest, I'm gonna be excited to see Poe leave the format. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, you think it leaves?
Oh, it will. I mean, it'll rotate out. No.
Oh, I thought you meant for like step 5, and I'm like,
oh no, this card's gonna be the best 5-drop for until May next year, something.
March.
Yeah, fair.
March, April, something like that.
If something comes out better than it, I don't know. That'd be wild. Yeah. So from here, I've just Geonosis to try and put the A-Wing up. Geonosis still dies to Poe. You will kind of restore out of this. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Guess I'm debating on whether or not to discard. Looks like I do discard to kill the patrol fighter, because I feel like I'm in such a good place here that I just keep the space relatively clear where I can, just so Clone Combat Squadron doesn't come in and just direct me to attack, heal to 1, buff R2.
If a Clone Combat even came in here, I'm trying to think of like what would be the thing that truthfully pulls this matchup back after. I would have to go Clone Combat, and even a Barrage following this would have to do 8 to kill both Rey and Poe, but then you probably immediately just Luke that Clone Combat. But
right.
You're scrying.
And I leave it on top.
Yep.
And then I just bombing run your board.
Yeah. I think.
And then I think you just
Yeah.
We go to game 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wasn't even threatened, but I'm like, oh, I can bombing run and just steal his AT hauler, and then this game's definitely over.
Yeah. I've got
what's funny though is in I know this was mostly casual, but in a tournament, I honestly was thinking to myself, is it worth showing the bombing run?
No.
Because I'm like in that scenario, I'm like, I'm in such control, and I think I've got this game. Should I even show this bombing run? And I think the card that I left on top with R2 was Luke. So
yeah, you were.
I think in a tournament, I don't know that I even bombing run there. Just keep them in the dark. Don't let them not know if it's being played. Because now I think you're siding in the Bazines.
I should have probably in the first place, but also it wasn't even for the bombing run. Like in hindsight, it would have been for Pose and anything I can do to stop your upgrade hate. But
Gotcha.
I mean, Bazine, it's a very good card, but it's also like
It counteracts what you want to do.
yeah. If my board isn't established and I have Bazine, I still just probably lose. And if my board is established and I have Bazine, I'll just win a little bit more cleanly. So, at least that's how I normally see it. So I take initiative going into game 3. I know I put the Bazines in. I can't remember what else I modified out of sideboard. I took out the ST 149s. It's just not a card I'm enjoying playing a lot. They might come out of the list.
Is that the 3/4 shielded?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that card is so good. Against me, it feels very good.
Yeah, it has its really good use cases, but I don't know, man. It at a 2 of in the list, plus like how many things I need to do to like keep maintaining. I guess it would be really good if I could go Sanctioners into Hauler more cleanly, because then it's just a protected unit. But I don't know.
So it looks like you've got what? Double No Good, Barrage, Eager Escort Fighter, a Bazine, and what's that card on the far right there? Oh, that's the Bazine. Is it a Pilot?
I can't tell. The Luke
and I know I
Confiscate.
resourced. I think I resourced a Pillage and a Moisture Farmer, and I kept a Luke. I don't know if that was correct. It may have been smart to just play the Village Protector or the Moisture Farmer, but
see here, I think getting rid of your black one was still the correct play, but like, what did this really gain me? You know?
Yeah,
a 1/3 on, or a 1/4 1/3 on ground,
and yeah, 1/3 on ground. You get some information, but for me, it feels like you almost just didn't play a turn 1 because the damage from Bazine is not going to matter. I mean, I guess the one thing that she could do is she can be exploited by the Geonosis Patrol Fighter, but
which is what I do here.
Which you drew,
yeah.
Which you drew. So that's really it. But like, you're not getting value. Like, you're not being able to generate tokens or anything. So hit me for 1. I think I just buff.
Yep, as you should. Only, and then you should. I'm hoping I did that right. Yep, my bounce. So just back to game 1. This is basically the same board state we had going into turn 3.
Get Moisture Farmer, Village Protectors.
I don't know what my hand was.
I think I resource. Okay, so I resource Village Protectors. I don't necessarily know why. I think it might have been because of the cards that I'm playing this turn. So I'm open firing, and then I think I just wanted to play a 1-drop still. I think that's probably why.
It makes
so you
sense.
Play a Clone Combat Squadron, and then I might just claim here. Actually, nope, I do play it. Okay.
I think that's fine. You're not, this isn't a very scary Clone Combat. Because my problem is right here is I realize that if I barrage to kill this farmer, it is now within range of Fell, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Right. Looks like I already had another open fire in hand, so I wasn't really concerned even if you played another space unit.
What I realize, or I remember from this turn, is that because I think you swing with Farmer here, if I'm not mistaken, is that if I had Victor leadered right here, rather than there was something I did learn here. I'm going to see what it was. Yeah, Victor leader would have kept the Clone Combat Squadron out of kill range, rather than just I shouldn't have. It's hard to assume that you have another open fire the following turn, but it is not. It is not impossible, and I should have.
I mean, if you're thinking that I'm playing takedown, you could be wary of that as well, which it doesn't matter. So, So you
Yeah,
play,
it was the same. You
and
could
I
have
can
had
still
Fell.
always just Tarkintown. I can also still Tarkintown the clone combat if because I may decide that I need to open fire
Yeah.
that still, and then um, that's my guess, anyways. So we're at 6 here.
Yep. You go.
Apparently, I had initiative still. I don't know. I don't know quite how I still had initiative.
I still played
What was
out
it?
2 units, so you
Oh,
did.
you played the victor leader, and I claimed. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
yeah.
And then I'm assuming I Tarkintown.
Yep.
Yeah, save some damage.
I think right there I should have easily thrown that tie into the green squadron. I don't know why I didn't. There should have been no reason for that. I guess I wanted to keep Vader alive for deploy onto like a better target. But
okay, I did
yeah,
both.
I remember that one. That one I was immediately like fudge. On the base, you moisture farmer. I deploy. So this is an important thing for me, is to get to the ground before you. But I don't remember. That was annoying as well.
Yep, and here I'm still thinking that I have to be scared of barrage. So I'm just hoping that you
Yeah.
spend resources. So because otherwise, as soon as I flip Rey, if you have the barrage, then
Yep.
then
I
it's
can't
just
remember if you
wide.
just.
And I think I don't mind passing here either. Like I think I can just pass for days. I've still got 2 up, so I think I play the Sabine here. I think I was debating on if it
Yeah.
was worth it to playing it into a what I assume is an obvious barrage.
Yeah, it is. It's very obvious.
So I'm assuming I passed.
I'll be honest, I don't know if that barrage changes what the outcome of this game looks like from right here.
I mean, the nice thing is I at least have the village protectors, so that's really the big thing.
So
And then
I have a 6/6 clone combat. So yeah, you passed, and here, yep, you go Sabine. I think I take the shield off of the vice president.
I'd imagine so.
All right, then you get the safe deploy. I know that I won't die from your swing back if you wanted to hit Vader. No good to be dead. I pass. You hit Luke off the top.
I had another Luke too, so I've got 2
Yeah.
Lukes. I think I resource a Luke. Is that what I did?
I think you threw Yoda away.
Okay.
All right, so I'm okay with this board state. Like, making you have the removal is important. Right now, my clone combat does die to a full Luke, and you kill the that, which is super unfortunate because that brings him down to a 5/5. I think I was floating the. Yep, I have the barrage and the sanctioner shuttle in my hand. I could have just used barrage on clone combat. I think I did it on Vader, but I'll have to see.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like in my head I'm thinking,
Oh, I swing.
okay, so you just
Okay.
you attack.
And you just immediately Luke, probably.
No, I think I attack with village protectors because there's nothing for me to Luke, right? I can't -6 anything.
That's fair. So I've got 2 damage on my base. You've got 9. It's 7 resources. We should always be expecting Luke. Let's see what else comes around the bend, though.
because I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm, I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm like trying to remember the sequence of events, and I think you may have misplayed on this turn.
Likely.
Yeah, if I had to guess. Beat me for 1. I
Yeah.
assume I attack with Moisture Farmer. Yep, heal 2. I love passing and healing too.
I don't. You're doing no damage to me, but you're still surviving, hanging in there.
Yeah.
It just has so much health too.
Yeah, so now you barrage on the Vader.
I think that
And
was
then you kept my
still...
village protectors alive, so I'm not even taking damage. And
Yeah, that's
that
fair.
let me luke your clone combat. Because I think if you do it from the clone combat, especially since your Vader is like you're not killing the village protectors anyways, so you can deal damage to my base. I think you have to put it on the clone combat because I think clone combat is your win con at that point. Because I can't luke it anymore then. Because it'll be a 7/7.
It would die at the beginning of next turn, though.
No, because Luke would it only lasts to the end of the phase. They would expire at the same time.
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
Oh, it was only a... It was a... Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It was a 7/7.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, because I also could have used that Vader on the ground to kill the Luke you played, or the Rey. Interesting. And I kill the village protector here.
Well, here's if you put it on the clone combat. I mean, I obviously then Luke your Vader.
Yeah. Did your village protector not die?
I guess you didn't attack.
I went up to... I put 2 more damage on.
Yeah, because my Sabine died. I attacked into Sabine. It looks like.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then 2 to base with Nope, I gotcha.
Yep. So I'm assuming then you probably at that point in the game are like, I need initiative because my out is probably a second barrage.
Yeah. Pray for the barrage. All right, for here. Yep. Aha! Stupid farmers.
I pay 5 for a Poe.
Ugh.
Which I'm sure you're not happy
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I pay 1 to force throw your last card.
It's another shuttle. I think you killed the shuttle?
I can't kill the shuttle.
No, sorry, you did. Yeah, you did 3 to Victor Leader. You could have killed my shuttle.
No, because you have Victor Leader.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
So I think I just set this up because either you don't hit me with your TIE fighters, and now my Poe can just kill your Victor Leader.
You also just win in 3 actions, right? You can hit me for 8, 6, another 8, so 22. Yeah.
Yeah, potentially, but I think I just have to kill
the Victor Leader.
Yeah, because I mean, damage is still sneaky, right? All it takes is all it takes is a no good to be dead, right?
Yeah. He's back. I remember this one.
And this is where I'm like, I probably should have hit base with the 2 damage, and then you're dead in 3 actions. So, but I mean, I wasn't too concerned about you dealing a ton of damage from base. So
yeah,
I smuggle out tech.
I would need a clone combat, then an immediate claim into a barrage, assuming you have no removal. So
I'm guessing. I think you claimed already here.
Yeah, we just didn't move the token.
Yeah, and I just buffed the R2 because I assume you're trying to get tech. I draw another force throw, not beating the allegations.
Nope, never. All right, and that, you got it. Game 3. Game 3 is over. There's a lot there actually that is actually kind of interesting to kind of go back and look over. Cool. I know we'll have another video with the match we played after this of oh my gosh, it was Poe Datavolt versus
Boba Yellow.
Boba Yellow. We'll probably try and get that put out later this week. And anything else you want to say before we wrap this one up?
Just give us feedback. I know this is the first video we're doing for gameplay, so any recommendations that you have, yeah, let us know.
Yes,
So
please.
we'll keep trying to improve it. It's a work in progress as always. So
As always.
thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. See you all in the next one.